This is Earth Radio. And now here's human music.
So Tecno Mobile is a pretty new manufacturer, and whenever I'm getting a new phone, it's very important who's manufacturing the phone. And this is why it's very difficult for me to trust a new company. I think Tecno Mobile knows this too. So far they are available in about 52 countries, and most importantly they give 13 months of warranty and 100 days of replacement coverage. This is really rare for a device, let alone a budget device. So I think this is their way of convincing us that they're here to stay. I'm actually really impressed with this phone, and you know, if I just tell you everything this phone has, it doesn't sound as impressive. But if I show you everything this phone has and what you get in the same price from other manufacturers, I think that will more appropriately describe the phone. The Y7 Prime has a metal back, but it's not a unibody, it's just a shell. You can see the glass and the metal is separated by a layer of plastic. So this plastic frame is what's giving the phone structural rigidity. And this is how it is with most phones in this price. In the Tecno Mobile there is no plastic separation, it's all metal. It's a unibody design and there are some plastic lines that you need to pass the signals from. But other than that, it's all metal. And it even has chamfered edges. The buttons and the SIM card tray are also made of metal, which is not the case in the Huawei phone. The Camon CX feels a lot better in the hand than the Y7 Prime. It feels as premium as holding an iPhone. I'm not really sure how they can afford a unibody at this price, but somehow they are doing it and I'm really enjoying it. The only thing that I like better in the Y7 Prime is the fingerprint sensor. It's more engraved in the Y7 Prime, so it's more noticeable when you press it. In the Tecno phone, it's more recessed with the body. So sometimes I'm not sure if I'm actually pressing it, it doesn't feel as natural as the Y7 Prime. It's a minor nitpick. Overall, the Camon CX build quality is miles better than the Y7. When it comes to the performance, the Y7 Prime has a Snapdragon 435, while the Camon CX has a MediaTek processor. Even though their clock rate is pretty close and both phones are on Android Nougat, the performance is slightly better on the Y7 Prime. I'm actually really surprised by this because I was pretty sure a Tecno phone would be faster. But the Snapdragon processor is more efficient and the GPU is much better, so games open up more quickly on the Y7 Prime. Apart from the apps and games, the skin on the Camon CX looks amazing. But it doesn't feel as refined as Huawei's EMUI. There are some minor bugs and the task layer is too intensive. It can't handle as many apps in the background as the Y7 Prime. They need to work on the performance and the operating system on the Tecno phone. Both of these phones have a 5.5-inch display, but the difference is that in the Huawei phone is 720p, while in the Tecno phone the display is 1080p. Not only is the resolution better, but the quality of the display is also better on the Tecno phone. The whites are more accurate and the blacks are more deeper. The colors are also more saturated and more warmer on the Tecno phone, and it's more clear. The display on the Y7 Prime is alright, but the display on the Tecno phone is fantastic. It's very good for consuming content and pictures look really eye-popping on the phone. It doesn't make much sense to me how they are able to put such a good quality display without any compromises. The main selling point and the most advertised thing in the Tecno phone is the camera. Even the name sounds like a name for a camera, but is it actually good for the price? It's pretty freaking fantastic. I'm really impressed by the camera. The camera sensor is Sony's IMX298. Normally this doesn't matter, but this is the same sensor that has been used in the Huawei Mate 8 and the OnePlus 3T. So it is a flagship grade camera on a phone that costs less than $200. Just saying that feels insane. The quality of the images is also really good. Very nice and saturated colors. Although the images look a bit warmer, it's not something that deteriorates the camera experience. As I mentioned in my last comparison of the Y7 Prime and the J7 Prime, and in my review of the Y7 Prime, the autofocusing on it's pretty poor, and it really shows when comparing it with the Camon CX. The Camon CX has much better and way more accurate autofocus. This is the video taken by the Y7 Prime. As you can see, there is a lot of distance between the background and the object, but still the Y7 Prime could not focus on the TARDIS. We kept pressing the screen, but it just refused to focus. Not to mention we were standing under a brolly in heavy rain. The whole experience was pretty janky. This is the video taken from the Camon CX. As you can see, it focused right away. It kept the focus on the object even though we were moving the camera. And it captures a lot of depth between the TARDIS and the background. So there's a really nice creamy bouquet. And the best thing is that this only took a fraction of the time than the Y7 Prime. It's very efficient. So the camera is clearly better on the Tecno phone. However, one thing that is better on the Y7 Prime is the camera application. I felt like the app on the Camon CX is pretty limited. There aren't many options and you sort of have to trust the auto mode for everything. There isn't even a portrait mode. The app is much better on the Y7 Prime. It gives you plenty of features and there's also a pro mode in case you want to tinker with the settings. So I think Tecno needs to make this camera app better and add more features here. The battery life on the Y7 Prime is insane. It's even better than the most flagship devices. It's no science that when you have a 720p display with a 4000 mAh battery, it's going to be insane. It's the best feature of the device. The Camon CX has a 3200 mAh battery, which is also nothing to slide away. It lasts a bit more than a day, but the Y7 Prime's battery lasts over 2 days. The Tecno phone also has quick charging, which is pretty good. And there's no quick charging on the Huawei phone. If you go to a stranger and tell him the specs of both of these phones and the price without mentioning the name, the stranger will probably say, "Get away, creep." But on a slight chance he doesn't say that, he will probably say the Tecno phone, because it has better specs and you get more for what you pay. But buying a phone isn't just that simple. There are things like software and hardware support, which is where I think Huawei wins. They have been around for so long that they have a trusted brand. Even though Tecno Mobile is giving a more prolonged warranty and a better accidental coverage, we can't ignore that they just got here. And who's to say next year they won't just pack up and leave? Only time will tell if they're actually committed to their users. The reason why I'm critical about this is because HTC did the same thing. They came here, they sold their phones for a couple of years and they packed up and left. When they left, my HTC device died and there was no support here to revive the phone. I'm not sure if I can trust them even though they are a big brand. So my point is, only time will tell if Tecno is a manufacturer we can trust or a manufacturer we should stay away from. In the end, if you want a phone with better specifications, better build, better display and a better camera, then you should definitely give the Camon CX a shot. But if you want slightly better performance and most importantly a brand that you can rely on, then you should go with the Y7 Prime. Well guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, then please subscribe to our channel. If you would like to see behind the scenes weirdness, then please follow us on Insta and Snapchat. Again, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.